Alright, gamers and gamerettes. So by now, y'all should know what natural disaster is on Roblox by now. It's a game where you spawn on a random map and have to survive random disasters that are, well, natural. And it was a simple, fairly fun, casual game on Roblox to play once in a while. And despite its age, it's still alive and has people coming back to the game. And because Natural Disasters has never had another game based off of it, something evil will happen, swooped in and attempted to remake it, potentially turning it into a spiritual successor of Natural Disaster Survival. But did it really do a good job? Let's jump in and find out. So something evil will happen, or just SUE for short, is basically the same concept as natural disasters, except it doesn't focus on realism and has different disasters. And it has more items that you don't have to pay Robux for, and it's through in-game currency. And the items that are in the game are meant for both helpful and to mess around with people in the game, which I really like the items they have in the game to mess around with other people, because really Natural Disasters was not meant to be taken seriously. While I don't really like the power-ups as much because I feel it only makes the game easier, but it plays into SUE's progression, so I guess I'm just a little nitpicker. But anyways, so aside from the items, really just SUE in general has more stuff, which I think is good because I think one of the things with Natural Disaster was that it felt a little too simple, which I think made Natural Disasters get old fast. Stupid! But I mean, to be fair, I played the game a lot throughout some years, so yeah. But also just the shop system in SUE always made you have something to look forward to in the game. Another thing about this game is just how it really just feels more alive, even though I'm getting a little tired of the Roblox style. I like its style and how expressive it feels compared to Natural Disasters, where it feels kind of empty and soulless. But I think also a part of that feeling is that the game is just more relevant today. Moving on to another thing you can buy in the shop is taunts, which I kind of like, but I think I like more the partner taunts because it encourages a more social environment. Now, I already kind of covered some gameplay stuff about SUE, but there's more elements about it that I would like to cover. So one thing about SUE is that, for one, it feels more fast-paced than Natural Disasters, which makes it feel more intense and less like you're waiting sometimes for the round to end. Also, the thing I really like about the game is that there's cash laying around random parts of the map, which if you're in a safe spot and if you're waiting for the round out, it would be boring just to wait there. But the money laying around on random parts of the map encourage you to move around the map, keeping you on your toes while you try to collect money, and yeah, it just makes it all the more fun. Now, the last thing I would like to cover is the maps. Now, I think the maps are fine on their own. I just think that some are too small, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think only one of the maps is symmetrical, which I don't really like. Now, this is more of a suggestion, but it's that I think the maps should have more things to interact with and sit on. The thing I really liked about Natural Disasters was that you could drive cars, go on a rocket ship, and really just sit on things. But knowing how much this team seems passionate about this game, I think they'll add more stuff like that. And if they got the idea for me, that's cool too. Alright, now back to answering the question. Do I think this game is a great spiritual successor to Natural Disaster Survival? Yes, I think it's about enough to be considered a spiritual successor to Natural Disaster. I had my fun with it, and so did other people, and the recent popularity that SUE has gotten, I think just makes it all the more worthy. And yeah, that's about it. Comment down below if you think I did a good critical review. And as you know, with YouTube channels, click all these stuff on the screen. And as always, see ya.